A plate of nasi goreng with a fried egg on top, sometimes with chicken or seafood, will cost you $1 to $3 and will keep you full for hours. These are the meals you eat when you have had a long day and you need something hot, satisfying, and immediate. Now let us talk about beer, because experiencing a Bali sunset without a cold drink in your hand is a suboptimal experience, and I am here to help you avoid it. The trap that many first-time visitors fall into is going to the upscale beach clubs. These are beautiful, no question. The infinity pools are real. The views are stunning. And a single cocktail will cost you $12, which in Bali currency feels borderline criminal when you understand what else $12 can buy. Instead, find Indonesia's national drink, Bintang beer. A light, crisp, highly drinkable lager that was made for this climate and this setting. If you buy a large bintang at a local convenience store, the Indomaret or Alfamart chains are everywhere on the island, it costs $2 to $2, Semaushan 50. If you want the full experience, go down to the beach around 5 in the afternoon. Find the local vendors who set up their plastic chairs and their coolers of cold drinks right on the sand. Pay $3 for a cold bintang. Sit in the free chair they provide you. Watch one of the most spectacular sunsets on Earth unfold directly in front of you. The entry fee is $3. The quality of the experience is indistinguishable from something you would pay $30 for at a beach club. This is the Bali budget secret in its purest form. Let us move on to transport, because getting around Bali requires a different approach from most places you might have traveled to previously. There is no traditional public transit system here. No metro, no city buses, no train network. If you arrive at the airport and simply walk out and take the first taxi you see, you will pay tourist prices that are significantly higher than what you should be paying. This is an avoidable problem. Your two transport tools for Bali are the app-based ride services and the humble scooter. The first and most important tool is Gojek and Grab. Download both of these applications before you land. They are the equivalent of Uber for Southeast Asia, and they work beautifully in Bali. The specific service you want for short journeys is the Gojek bike. You open the app, request a ride, a local driver arrives with a scooter and a spare helmet. You hop on the back, and they navigate through the traffic while you hold on and enjoy the view. A 15-minute journey in Bali via Gojek bike costs between $1 and $2. This is not an approximation. It is genuinely that cheap because the app uses transparent local pricing rather than the inflated tourist rates that unregistered taxis apply. Gojek and Grab between them will handle the vast majority of your transport needs in Bali at a cost that is almost negligible within a daily budget. The second transport option is scooter rental. For $5 to $7 a day, you can rent your own scooter and have complete freedom to go anywhere on the island at any time. Petrol costs around $1 per liter. The financial case for scooter rental is extremely strong, and the freedom it provides, pulling over wherever you want, going at your own pace, accessing roads and areas that Gojek cannot efficiently reach, is genuinely liberating. However, and I need you to hear this clearly, only rent a scooter if you actually know how to ride one. Bali traffic is fast, dense, and unpredictable in ways that regularly surprise experienced riders from other countries. An accident on a scooter in Bali will ruin your trip and potentially do significantly more damage than that. Always wear a helmet. Get an international driving permit before you travel. Make sure your travel insurance policy specifically covers scooter riding. If you are not certain about your ability, stick with Gojek. The saving is not worth the risk. Now, let us talk about how to fill your days without spending much money, because some of the best experiences in Bali are either completely free or cost almost nothing. On your first day, the beach is your destination and entry is free. Head to one of the public beaches. Barawa or Binjai are among the most beautiful and least crowded of the accessible free beaches, and spend the day in the water and the sun. In the evening, make your way to Ubud for the Kampuhan Ridge Walk. This is a walking trail that follows a narrow ridge between two river valleys, through jungle and past rice fields, with views that are genuinely among the most beautiful you will find anywhere on the island. The walk is approximately 9 kilometers and is completely free. Do it in the late afternoon when the light is golden and the heat has begun to ease. At the end, find your hostel bar for whatever social event is running that evening. On your second day, visit the temples. Pura Taman Ayun is one of Bali's most beautiful royal temples, set within a large garden moat, and the entry fee is minimal, a couple of dollars at most. Tanah Lot, the ocean temple perched on a rock formation just offshore that has become one of Bali's most iconic images, can be viewed from the cliffs for free. You do not need to pay the entry fee to see the temple from a perspective that is honestly more beautiful than the paid viewpoint. After the temples, wander through the local art markets to absorb the color and the craftsmanship of Balinese artisan culture without any pressure to spend. The experience of being in a Balinese market, the incense, the textiles, the wood carvings, the sounds, is free. On your third day, chase waterfalls. Rent a scooter for the day, or split a Gojek car with friends from your hostel and head north. The waterfalls in inland Bali, Kanto Lampo, Teganungan, and the spectacular northern falls near Munduk are among the most beautiful natural features of the island. Entry to most of them costs less than $2. You can swim in natural pools at the base, hike through the surrounding jungle, and spend an entire afternoon surrounded by one of the most beautiful natural environments you will ever see for almost no money at all. The full picture of a 3-day Bali budget experience looks like this. Accommodation in a social hostel in Canggu for $10 to $15 a night. Nasi campur at a warung for $3 per meal. A cold bintang on the beach at sunset for $3. Gojek rides for $1 to $2 each way. Free beaches, free walks, $2 waterfalls. Your total daily spend lands comfortably between $30 and $50. And the quality of the experience that $30 to $50 buys you in Bali is something that $50 anywhere else in the developed world cannot touch. This is the point that I want you to carry away from this video. Bali does not reward spending more money the way that many destinations do. The most expensive parts of Bali are not the best parts of Bali. The luxury version of the island puts you behind the walls of a resort or a beach club, where you interact primarily with other resort guests and the staff serving you. The budget version of Bali puts you in the warungs, on the scooters, at the local beaches, in the homestay compounds, on the ridge walks, at the waterfall pools. It puts you in the actual island, rather than in a premium facility that happens to be located on the island. The budget traveler in Bali sees more, eats better in every way that matters, meets more interesting people, and leaves with a more genuine relationship with this extraordinary place than the guest who paid $500 to look at it from behind an infinity pool railing. Go to Bali. Stay in Canggu or Ubud or Kuta, depending on what you need. Eat at warungs and discover nasi campur, and never look back. Download Gojek before you land. And never pay tourist taxi prices. Go to the free beaches and the free walks and the $2 waterfalls. Drink cold bintangs on the beach at sunset in a plastic chair that costs you $3.